bear in here. That's okay. Yes, unfortunately we did. We made a decision to sell the kayaks and or the canoe for those of you who are anal about the mnemonic of your boatcraft vessel floaty thing. Yeah, and while I do miss my yaks, it was a necessary sacrifice towards a bigger goal. I will definitely own more kayaks in the future. I certainly haven't given them up forever. It's just that the change needed to be made so a greater goal could be accomplished. Once that goal is accomplished, we'll get some kayaks again. So if we don't have the kayaks anymore, what are we doing? We're still going outdoors and hunting for ways to enjoy our still fairly new Hennessy hammocks. We decided to pick up the skill of hiking. It just makes good sense because we can use some of the same gear for our kayak camping and cross over and use it for hiking. I picked up two $50 Teton Sports backpacks. One I believe is a 55 liter and the other a 65 liter. It's my understanding that these are good packs, at least as good as they can get for the price range. And since I'm a novice, it makes no sense to me to invest in the lightest pack available. I do, however, keep in mind that yes, the pack can get lighter if I want to sell my kidneys on the black market for an extra $100. Noted. The other things I experimented with was my own alcohol stove, made out of one of those cheap aluminum water bottles. It turned out fine, but I'm pretty sure the holes I put in it are too large because the flame spreads out a little bit wider than I'd like it to be. The upside is that it works and can boil 2 cups of water with very little fuel. The fuel I used was denatured alcohol. It was pretty inexpensive for the amount that I could get and seemed to do the job pretty well. We have taken the family out for a hike on a trail that we probably should not have had a 4-year-old on. It was called Devil's Kitchen. Of course, we didn't know it until we did it, but you live and you learn. No 4-year-old children were harmed in the recording of this video. Jesse and I also did a nice little hike on our own, but it was a little bit longer. We didn't expect the kids to enjoy all 7 miles as thoroughly as we did, so we left them behind for that trip. Although it wasn't really the most scenic trail in Missouri, honestly, it gave us an opportunity to carry our packs and get a little bit of use, or actually get used to the weight. And of course, speaking of weight, neither of us were carrying a full loadout, but what we were carrying, which was probably a pound or 2 shy from a full load, didn't seem to crush us over the 7 miles, so that was positive. What I didn't want to happen was to get out there and just totally be weighed down by a pack and hate it and never go again. So kind of the mindset of just kind of taking baby steps and growing and getting used to it, and then we can load ourselves down. On this 7-mile trail called the Turkey Pin Hollow Trail, although we contracted seed tick disease in what seemed like the thousands, I must report we're doing fine and expected to make a full recovery within the next full days. Additionally, the campsite that we were scoping out wasn't really paradise, but being away from the trail and having some hangable trees and almost right on top of a creek, if it actually had water in it, made it doable. Should we feel the desire to make it back up that way again? I don't know. Sadly, we didn't find the trail as mesmerizing as one could in order to prompt a future return. So basically, we probably won't be hitting that trail again. Maybe in the wintertime, when all the undergrowth has subsided and the bugs aren't prevalent, we may make a return. We'll see. So that's what we've been up to. We're still fighting to keep in touch with the outdoors, limited in options as we may be, but we can't give up. And some of you may wonder what the big goal is I mentioned earlier. Well, what I can tell you for now is it's going to be a big move in the right direction for the Shoop family. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next video. Take it easy.